I'm still waiting for a few candidates to show up. A couple of them. We'll see how that goes. If not, we just got a couple of people. But I want to give everybody the opportunity that asked me to. So we'll maybe hang out a minute and see if they log in. But anyway, let's get right to it. First person we're going to talk to today is Thomas. Let me bring him on. Thomas,
Hey there, Rob.
how are you today, man?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself, man?
I'm pretty fair. I'm starting to get a little tired, but
Oh, I feel you.
I'm here. So let's get right down to it. Okay,
For
what?
sure.
Tell me who you are and what you're running for.
So, yeah, my name is Thomas Doolittle. I'm running for the second shift body shop, district committee person, steward, however you like to say it. So that's where I'm at.
Okay, what? Why? What is your number one driving issue that led you down this path?
So the main thing is I've worked in a couple of different factories. I worked at Lazy Boy, I worked at Nokian Tires, and now I'm working at Volkswagen. And everywhere that I go is kind of the same gig. Three, well, two non-unionized places, and then Volkswagen trying to integrate the union. Management just has free reign. I'm not interested in working for a place that is able to step on the workers, exploit the workers the way that I've seen other companies do, and that's why I'm joining in where I'm trying.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Give me your elevator pitch. Why are you? There's a lot of guys running. Why are
Oh,
you
for
the
sure,
one?
for sure. But I believe that I've got the capacity to build a really solid rapport, a really good relationship with management themselves, supervisors, HR, however you want to see it, and that's going to be really, really critical, really crucial when it comes to negotiating on behalf of the workers on the floor, to defend them, to make sure that everything is upheld. I've got solid communication skills, no issues talking back and forth, and holding my ground where I see fit. But I think the main thing is going to be really building that relationship with management, with the people on the floor, and being a true liaison, but a defender when it comes to those meetings with management.
Okay. So I'm kind of asking if you've watched my earlier programs. I'm kind of asking all the same questions here.
Yeah, no worries.
A lot of your interaction is going to be between team members and supervisors. I'm curious. Do you have the the reputation and the chops to stand in a room with a supervisor and negotiate
Yeah, yeah,
conflict?
absolutely. I mean, of course, we've had to defend ourselves when it comes down to it, and both areas that I've been in, I've had a really good relationship with my supervisors. I was in logistics over on assembly side, zone three, before moving over to body shop. And in both positions, I've had a solid relationship with my supervisors, and being able to you know talk things down to really get things where I need them to be on behalf of myself. So I fully believe that I have the capabilities to do the same on behalf of my brothers and sisters in the UAW.
Okay. Um, Another situation that comes up from time to time is, obviously we have conflict with ourselves, team member on team member. What, how do you see yourself approaching conflict resolution where it comes to your union brothers and sisters?
Well, a big thing with uh, you know inner inner union conflict is going to be getting both sides really investigating on behalf of both parties, figuring out if anybody around has seen anything, if things have been going on for a while, and then taking a compassionate approach to it. I'm not here to you know try and rip anybody down especially not in the contract unit itself. And so when it comes to conflict between ourselves, between each other, it's going to be, you know, not quite as hands on. I'm not here to try and beat anybody down, but I am here to try and get to the bottom of what's going on and help to heal those relationships amongst each other if necessary.
Okay. Um, what is what message would you like to leave with our viewers today? If you we give you the last word here, what do you want people to walk away from this experience watching you today?
Well, if anybody's been on the Facebook page, they've seen I've been posting my campaign slogan for
Do a little.
everybody.
I see
Yes,
it.
sir. Yes, sir. And when it comes down to it, I want to do a lot for the team. I want to give it everything I've got. So you know, to get that opportunity, you know, the people that I know down there know that I'm a fighter. I'm strong, but like I said, I'm compassionate. I'm even-handed. I'm level-headed, and I think that's going to be a big thing for it here is not letting myself fly off the handle. We don't want somebody in there that's you know going to be hot-headed. And I think that's going to be me. I think if you want the best shot at the best outcomes in these situations, then I'm your guy to go with.
All right. Sounds pretty good to me, man.
Okay.
All right. Well, I appreciate you spending a
Yeah,
little bit of time and talking with us.
absolutely, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Best of luck in the election, and go enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Okay.
All right, I appreciate it, Rob. Have a good one.
You too, man. Take care.
See you.
All right. One down. Three to go. Let's see who's next. We're gonna bring Seth in here. Seth, Seth, you there, buddy?
Oh yeah.
You just jamming out, waiting your turn, ain't you?
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Yourself?
I'm doing pretty fair. All right, let's get into it. Tell me who you are and what you're running for.
I'm set at BA6 in Assembly, running for first shift district steward, as everybody knows it.
First shift steward, Assembly. Okay. I'm kind of asking the same questions to everybody here. Okay. So, what was my first? I forgot my first question. What is the one thing that I know there's more than one, but if you could boil down why you got involved in all of this, what is the one issue that matters most to you?
I would say, I think a lot of workers, whether they're outspoken or not, a lot of times how you feel your supervisor and it dies there. And I think a lot of problems are unresolved. And I think that's something that for everybody in the plant, whether they care about the union, they don't care about it, they hate it, whatever the case may be, everybody wants to have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
To know, hey, if I bring this up to somebody, this problem is going to get addressed, whether it goes the way I would like it to or not. And it gets handled, not just you tell your supervisor, it gets swept under the bus and nothing ever takes place.
Okay. Give me your elevator pitch. Tell me, there's a lot of people running for assembly steward. Why are you the guy?
First, I think there's a lot of good candidates running regardless. And I think everybody should, look at for first, second for second, so on and so forth. But I think for me personally, experience inside the plant. So while we've been in the plant on BA6, myself and Taylor investigation period of our current supervisor. And so we've had meetings with floor level management, upper level management, HR, and the current bargaining committee. So we've already worked through a lot of the process, even though we weren't part of the committee representatives for our line. So I've been in those meetings. I've had discussions with upper management and HR. So just I have a little bit of that experience, and been the go-to person when people in my line don't feel comfortable, get their question, send a text message, or even call if need be to somebody on the committee, get their question answered, get somebody to come down and them if they don't feel comfortable doing it themselves. If it's management, there's been times where there's difficult questions they don't want to talk to them about. I go in their office and ask them myself.
Okay. Um, we're we're getting kind of some lag on our end here. I think I think my software will clean it up later when I re-download it. But some of your stuff's dropping off a little bit. But I think we got the gist of it.
Okay.
So you're going to have to deal with team members and supervisors quite a lot, right? We want to handle issues at the lowest possible level, which means lots of conversations with supervisors. Do you feel
Right.
that you've got the relationship with supervisors in your area to be standing in a room with them and defend your constituents?
Yeah, I do. Like I said, I've already dealt with some of them previously. Our current supervisor with that situation we had last year, and I've had discussions with other supervisors previous, and on the period of time when I was on night shift back when we had to your temp, you had to go to night shift for a period of time, then come back to days when it was your turn. I've had good conversations, and I've had conversations that didn't go too well. So I think I don't have management because to me, we all come to work. We're all there to do a job, regardless of position. If I have to respect you, I expect the same thing back, regardless if you're a team member or the CEO. I'm going to talk to everybody the same way, regardless. So I don't think I'll have any issues representing anyone.
Okay. What about team member conflict? Where sometimes we butt heads with each other. How would you go about conflict resolution where team members are concerned?
Well, first, you definitely got to get them apart. Members are sitting there going back and forth about something, whether it's a big issue or a small issue. I'm going to pull one to the side, talk to them, get their side of the. Let's get them back, get the other team member offline, talk to them, because you're not going to talk to two people who are mad at each other at the same time. We know that's just not going to go over well. You're just pouring fuel on the fire. Get both of their stories.
Lost you there for a second. You came back. Okay. Break them apart. Talk to everybody individually, and then bring them back together. Is that kind of what you were saying? I want to make sure we didn't miss anything.
Yeah, get the side of the story for both employees, and work together with both of them from there and come up with a resolution. Try to figure out what the actual problem is and how we can address it, like you were saying previously, at a lower level, get things handled.
Okay. So I want to give you the
Out.
last word here. What kind of message would you like the our viewers to take away from this interview?
Well, I'd like them to know that like I said earlier, I'm running the day shift and assembly district person to represent everybody of all kinds, whether they're for the union or not for the union, no matter their background, no matter any of that. I want to be that go-to person to represent them against management, HR, the contract for everybody. Know that you can come to me with something, and if it's a personal conversation that's going to stay with us, with everybody, like I said earlier, regardless of your, because to me, your representation of them shouldn't matter if they like the union or not. It's your dog at them professionally, not personally. You're there to do the job to help them make their job situation better so that they continue with the job that they were hired to do. And that if an issue you come to me, I'm going to tell you, okay, hey, is this something we can get paperwork for? And you're just getting your feelings hurt, and we just need to handle that at this level.
Okay. I missed the last end of that. I think my software probably recorded it, but it sounds pretty good to me. with that, I want everybody to know that you're out at that meet and greet right now. Is that right?
Yes, yeah. I just came out to the car so we could do this video. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You Wi-Fi out there is trying to sabotage our program here, but yeah. So you're at that meet and greet at the IBW Hall. You guys are going to be there till 5 o'clock. Is that right? I wish I could be there, but I'm doing this. But if anybody's watching, and I hope people are watching, go out and meet them. They're out there waiting to shake your hand and kiss your babies.
Yes, come out here if you got any questions. A lot of people that are running are here to answer your questions. We're just having a meet and greet with each other. 3 to 4 days. Everybody needs to go vote. Whether it's for me, I'd appreciate your vote. But if it's Thursday at 4:30 at the IBW Hall.
All right. Seth, man, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to talk to us. My little podcast here. I wish you the best. I wish you the best of luck with your election, and go enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Okay.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Take it easy. All right. Who's next? Oh, come on now. Don't do that to me. We did so good this morning, and now I'm getting Wi-Fi issues here. We need to get Chris Dyer on. Let's see here. Chris, you there, man?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can barely see you. Your camera's pointed directly at your back seat there. There you are. Good looking man.
Oh, well, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah. I'm down here at the IBEW building right now for the meet and greet.
Oh, you're in the
It's
parking
actually
lot with
going
Seth
pretty good.
there.
We're all talking about why we want to be. Yeah, he's right over there. He's in that nice Toyota Camry. Pretty good looking car for well, actually, you're old when you say that. You're old. You shouldn't be saying that. I should be talking about 68 Camaros and stuff like that instead of a Toyota Camry. But go ahead. Let's go.
All right. So just heads up, that area right there is kind of a Wi-Fi black hole. So you're going to kind of come in and out on us a little bit. I apologize
Okay.
for that. But my software should actually record everything clean. But the live version is going to be a little ugly. So we'll get right into it. Okay. Who are you and what are you running for?
All right. I'm Chris Dyer. I've worked at Volkswagen 15 years, 8 years in assembly. The rest of it's been in finish. I started out in short term, then I went to long term, and now I work in electrical. My goal was to go to electrical, but at that time, it wasn't easy to be in electrical. So I took the test, passed it, got the job, and I really like it. I appreciate my job, and I like my coworkers, so that's a good thing. I am running for second shift assembly steward or the committee person, and I actually tried to campaign quite a bit. I feel like if I'm going to ask somebody to vote for me, I want to talk to them face to face. I like putting a card in your hand, and I like that personal communication part.
Yeah, you put one in my hand. I saw you. What
Yep.
So I'm kind of asking, I don't know if you've been watching the program at all, but I'm kind of asking the same questions to everybody. So a lot of the interactions that you're going to have as a shop steward is you're going to have to deal with team members and, well, let me back up. I'm getting ahead of myself. What is the one thing, I know you're a pretty prolific VOC guy, but of all the issues that kind of propel you, what is the one that brought you here? Why are you running? What is your biggest issue?
I'm going to go two things.
Okay.
The first one is bad management. Bad management. I don't like how when management mistreats people. I'll give one example. A while back, a coworker of mine was on the way back from the bathroom, and he stopped and talked to a team leader about union stuff. And he was shortly afterwards surrounded by 3 supervisors. He felt like they may have been trying to intimidate him, and they told him, well, you're not allowed to talk about union stuff while you're supposed to be working. And he was pretty hot about it, so was I. And I was like, well, let's just take care of it tomorrow. And after the 6-minute meeting, I hollered at everybody, said, hey, before you leave, I want to make an announcement. Yesterday, 3 supervisors surrounded a coworker and told him he's not allowed to talk about union stuff while he's supposed to be working. And I let everybody know that is untrue. And that is violating our federally protected rights. And we cannot have that. If we're allowed to talk about football, fishing, and what we did over the weekend, we can talk about union stuff.
Mhm.
And that if any management does that or tries that, to let me and Alcaturo or some of the VOC members know, and we'll go straight to the UAW. We'll get a hold of Chuck Browning or whoever we need to, and we'll get this taken care of. You know, I like holding management accountable, especially when they do bad stuff and violate our rights. And the other part that got me into it is years ago, like I said, I've been at Volkswagen 15 years. A lot of AMs and managers would brag about what they bought with their bonus or their profit sharing, whatever you want to call it. They would post pictures of these big boats that you drive up and down the river and their expensive trucks and all the toys they bought. And I really want us to have a profit sharing like the big three does, 10 or 15,000. I want us to start working together, have a strong union so that we can actually get profit sharing that will really change our lives instead of what we have now.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So interactions are going to be primarily day to day between team members and supervisors, right? And we want to take care of everything at the lowest level where we can. Do you feel that you've got the relationships needed with the supervisors in your area to be able to stand in a room with them and defend your colleagues?
Oh, can you still see me? It says we're reconnecting.
I see it. I see you.
That's not good. Okay, that's good. There's a couple of them that I don't exactly have the best relationship with, but for the most part, with most of the supervisors, I do. And it's like back to the bad management thing. We do have to realize we have some good supervisors, and we have to take care of the good ones. We have to appreciate what we have.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I can work with supervision. And I have worked with them in the past. I've been to HR several times since we started this last union campaign. And for the most part, they've worked out okay. I think I can negotiate when we have to.
Okay. The other question I've been asking everybody I'm curious about is, so not all of the interactions are going to be between management and our colleagues. It's going to be team member on team member conflict. How would you approach conflict resolution where team members are concerned?
Something that I've noticed in the past is when. That's a question you should ask. It's when did this start? Because I don't know how you are, but a lot of guys, especially, we cut up and joke about football, fishing, or something we pass the day by aggravating each other. A lot of people do. And a lot of times that gets carried away, and one person decides they've had enough and it may not be handled properly. So a lot of it is, when did this start? And were you at fault, or were both people at fault? And we have to understand that sometimes we have bad days, and sometimes what we normally do to aggravate each other, sometimes it gets out of hand. And we'll just have to say, hey, Rob, I don't want to talk about this anymore. And I'll give an example of this actually happened. I actually was helpful in a situation at work. There was two guys that exact same thing happened, and they talk about all kinds of stuff, but this one particular topic was turned into something that one of them got really upset about, and he didn't want to go to HR, but he didn't know how to handle it. I was like, well, let me go talk to the other person. And I went and talked to the other person. I said, hey, I know you guys really like each other, but this particular topic, we can't be talking about anymore. It's not exactly professional at work, and he's upset about it. And I know you don't want to lose your job. He doesn't want you to lose your job. And we need to work together. And both of them, a little bit later that day, they got together and they apologized to each other. And they agreed that the one that kind of aggs it on, he's not going to ag it on anymore. And the other one that says the stuff that may not be very nice, he's not going to say that anymore. And they get along great now. So that worked out pretty good. So Yeah, for the most part. And the better you know your coworkers, I think a steward should be going around getting to know the coworkers really well. And the better you know people, that will help you be able to resolve conflicts.
Yeah, I would agree with you. So I want to hear. I've been asking everybody else, and I forgot to ask you. Well, I want to hear your elevator pitch. You pretend you got 30 seconds to convince me on the elevator that I should vote for you, which isn't an unfair question because I'm kind of running against you. But never mind that for a minute. Tell me why you're the best man for the job.
All right, now I don't, I don't mind that. Um, well, a lot of people are saying what they're going to do to protect our rights. I've already done a lot of stuff to stand up for our rights and protect our rights. Um, there was about 5 of us the first day when we walked by HR and we had our signs. We held our signs up in front of HR. There was about 5 the first day, and after that week was up, it was just me walking by there. HR didn't really appreciate it, but we have federally protected rights to have our signs at work, to show our signs at work. We were not in a work area, and we were not on the clock. So we did that, and there was 3 of us that walked through the spine. Uh, we felt like that we needed to do something like that, and we walked through the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor of the spine on day shift while everybody was there with our union signs and our union shirts and our hoodies on. And then after the conference center meeting that we had one time, we handed out flyers to everybody. It's like we would act like we give them to upper management. Oh, whoa, you're not allowed to have that. And then we wanted to do this for a reason. It's not just to poke the bear. It's not because we wanted to have fun and see how far we could go. It's because as VOC members, when we were on the floor, a lot of time we would talk about the union or we would give union flyers out to people. And the first thing they would do is they would look all over the place for management or team leaders that were going to snitch on them because people were scared. And we didn't like that people were scared. So we did this stuff out in the open and made sure as many people knew about it as we could and said, hey, if we can do all of these things, you don't have to be scared to talk about the union. You don't have to be scared to wear your shirt. And you don't have to be scared to accept a flyer when somebody gives it to you. That management cannot harass us about this stuff. And I feel like I've proven that I'll stand up for us, and I want the chance to stand up for everybody from now on. I want to be able to protect your rights.
Okay, well that sounds pretty good to me. We're about out of time, but is there one last message that you want to leave with everybody before we let you go?
I hear a lot of people talking about the contract. The contract is legally what protects us. But our real strength is when we build and turn into a work family. Is our real strength is right here with our hands. We got to let the Volkswagen know that our hands are what makes the money. And then our mouth is what we use to call out the bad management. Our eyes and our ears, we see what they're doing, the bad management, and we listen to what they say. And the stronger our union gets, the more we can work together to protect the good management. And if the bad management doesn't turn into good management, well, we can solve that problem too.
All right, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you taking a little bit of time out of your day to come and talk with me. I wish you the best of luck in the election. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday,
You too.
okay?
Yeah, and thanks for doing the show. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate you for participating, man. Thanks a lot. Have a good one. We'll see you, okay?
All right, bye.
All right. We got more technical difficulties. Okay, so that's just about it. We got one more to go. Last but certainly not least. Let's get Daniel in here. Daniel, my friend, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
How are you today?
Man, I'm doing wonderful. Well, yourself?
I'm doing pretty fair. Hey, listen, I want to get right into it, okay? Tell us who you are and what you're
Yes,
running
sir.
for.
All right. My name is Daniel Maddox. I am running for first shift steward assembly.
Okay. Um, so have you been watching the show at all? Have you kind of seen what I got going on here?
Yes, I've seen bits and pieces of it. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm kind of asking everybody the same questions here. So my first question to you is, of all of the reasons why you've gotten involved with this movement with the union, what's the one big one? What's the one that matters most to you? Your primary driving force for wanting to be a steward.
Primary driving force. I would say one. What put me in the position or made me want to be a part of the union? I would start with that one first. So, back in 2014, when we had our first election, and I remember I was out. We was waiting on the results of our vote or what have you. And we all got the vote. Sometimes you got to watch who you sit next to because you don't know who you sit next to.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm sitting there eating and I'm looking at my phone, and I noticed, I said, "Man, we lost." So it was a supervisor from another part of the plant. I heard him yell out, "Yes, they lost. Give me the biggest steak you can give me." And I was like, "Oh, okay, okay. So this is what y'all want to do. So y'all want to laugh and celebrate at our loss." So that's what really encouraged me to get involved in the UAW. And then also, as far as being a steward, I know how it feels to be sitting in front of the table where it's your supervisor, where it is HR across from you, and you having to defend yourself, and you have nobody there on your side. So knowing how that feels, that made me want to, we need somebody that's on our side. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what made me want to be a part of the UAW, but also made me want to be a steward.
So a lot of the interactions that you're going to have to deal with are going to be between team members and supervisors, right? Because we're kind of dealing with this stuff at the lowest
Mhm.
level. You're going to have a lot of interactions with supervisors. Do you feel that you've got the reputation and have built relationships enough with the stewards, or not stewards, the supervisors in your area to be able to stand in a room and defend your colleagues?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have been there for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
So being there for 15 years, I've seen a lot of the now supervisors come up through the ranks. Granted, we've had some that came in, that got hired in. A lot of the ones that came up through the ranks, I either worked with or I knew in the plant. So as far as being able to sit down and have that dialogue with them, then absolutely.
Okay. A flip side of that is you're going to have to deal with conflict between team member and team member. I'm curious, how would you go about handling a conflict resolution with our own guys?
Well, a lot of that honestly comes down to communication. Seeing what the actual problem is and seeing how you can actually resolve the problem. I mean, granted, let's be very honest. You're not always gonna like each other every day. Some day you may have your bad day, that person may have their bad day, and someone may rub you wrong, and you end up butting heads. But a lot of that is communication with each other, just sitting down, talking to each other, trying to figure out what is the middle ground. Because having a disagreement, you're gonna have those, but it's about how you get past those disagreements and continue to build the cars that we need to build every day.
Okay. Uh, that's a pretty good answer. Well, now here's what I want to know. I want to hear your elevator pitch. Pretend we're in an elevator. You got 30 seconds to convince me that you're the guy.
Well, all right, here we go.
That's a
My
tough
name
one.
Daniel. I know we have great candidates out there, but I'm not saying that none of them are better than me or that I'm better than them. But what I can tell you is I can do the job and I will do the job. Now, as long as you put me in that position to do that job, then I will try my best to fulfill everything that I need to. But in doing that, you as an employee, I need you to understand what the handbook is, just like I need to understand that what the handbook is. So that way I can help you defend yourself, whether you're wrong, right, or, you know, run the problems. I'm gonna run the situations. But I'm there to help you. But I need you to help yourself in order for me to help you.
Mm. Okay. What what kind of message? I just want to kind of give you the open floor now. What kind of message would you like the viewers to walk away from this interview? What's your big message to the electorate?
Hold on. My big message to everyone, man. At the end of the day, honestly, know your country. Know everything that you're doing, everything that I'm sorry, everyone's leaving, shaking hands, saying goodbye to each other.
Awesome.
But at the end of the day, honestly, learn your handbook. Your white pages are your lifeline. If you don't understand your white pages and how it can help save your job, just not for your other colleagues, whether he being your steward, someone else being your steward, those white pages will help you. And honestly, learning, studying, and on your persons at all times. Because if you and your steward is not there to be there with you, at least you know what your rights are.
Mm-hmm.
So when that steward does, now y'all can work together.
All right, man. Well, I tell you what, your Wi-Fi's starting to really crap out on me. But listen, I want to thank you for spending a couple minutes talking with us. And I wish you the best of luck with the election. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday, okay?
I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, man.
I
We'll see
will,
you.
man. Yeah, like I said, man, the IBLW, and it's just a lot of people around. But all right, man, you have a good one.
All right, you too, man. Well, take care.
All right, Lisa.
Okay, that's it. That's 20 people, 20 candidates we talked to this weekend. There's some pretty strong ones in there, I must admit. I want to leave you with this. Go vote. Please go vote. I've said it a couple times. More than one candidate has said you don't want a union run by a minority voice. You want to have as many people casting their vote as you possibly can get. Don't let this be decided by 20 diehards. All right. So Wednesday and Thursday, 6th and 7th. Polls open at 1 o'clock on the 6th and they close at 4:30 on the 7th. Take the time. You won't have to do it again for years. Go vote. Be heard. And if you've been watching, I thank you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. This is Fireside42.